I'm spawning them.
Oh, I'm spawning. Watch out.
Watch out, gang.
I'm spawning.
You're spawning. Wow. Robin was just showing off the incredible customized Steam Deck.
Oh!
Enough
Bring
fun.
that over here.
He's so
Enough.
sexy.
Quick question. Do y'all need a local backup?
No.
Nope.
No, we don't do that
No.
around here.
You
No.
cannot imagine how casual this show is. You can't
Because we're already in
fathom
it.
Because we're already recording.
We're already
Yeah,
recording,
yeah.
and this shit stays in, baby.
And this shit stays in. But they didn't even hear me
Stays
say, I'm spawning when I came in.
No, and that's a shame.
No,
you
we
entered
heard it the
so
second
hot, and I'm
time.
sad about it.
I'll say it a few more times, don't worry.
Good, please.
Good.
What am I doing here?
What?
Oh,
What?
well, this is Dorkspawn.
This is Dorkspawn?
This is Dorkspawn.
This is Dorkspawn.
This is a game. This is a show where we talk about video games like a book club. Dillin, do you have a thing you want to say?
I'm gonna say, I've never, and I legitimately have never played Expedition 33.
Yes, I've played
and
Expedition
that's
33 a
Not
single
going
time.
to change.
I have also played Expedition 33 a single time.
I think this is Dorkspawn, where we decided to talk about video games like a book club. Expedition 33 is not a choice game, kinda.
There's one.
Oh, yeah. Wait, this
There's
is the
one.
last and final chance. Spoilers
Oh,
ahead
this is
for the
crazy.
very end of Expedition 33.
For basically the entire thing. I'm wondering how we want to do this. If we want to go the 3 acts, if we want
Yeah,
to
I
like
wanna
kind of
talk
like
about the
talk
game
about
before we
Act
talk
1,
about
Act
the
2,
thing
Act
No,
that
we
I
should
wanna
talk
fight
about the
about.
game in general, but I want to give
Yeah.
the listener. I know they probably know this is a spoiler show, but because this is the only Expedition 33 episode, we're about to
Yeah.
spoil the shit out of this game.
The
And this
shit
game,
out of it.
I
entire
tell
thing.
you what, if you haven't played it and you're thinking about playing it, turn this shit off and go play it.
Yeah,
Right now.
turn this shit off, please. Stop.
It truly
it.
fucks. It.
Also,
No,
I'm
you go.
Elliot Davis.
There we go.
This is
Oh,
Elliot
yeah.
Davis.
Do we want to introduce ourselves, or people know who we are? On
Well,
account
I'm
of-
Dylan. I've never played an Expedition
There we
33
go.
ever.
I'm Robin. I've played it once. We've done this.
We've
I'm
done-
Elliot.
crazy.
I
yeah.
played it once.
There
so
we go.
the reason,
It's crazy.
okay.
We had to do this intro 3 different times because we haven't
Yeah.
done it with a third person. You're knocking off our rhythm, Elliot.
Yeah.
I'm spawning.
So I want to say, I've never played it. I haven't played it. I'm not going to play it. I am still important. And crucial to this.
I'm still good meat.
Because
I'm
I'm
still
I still
good
should
meat.
be
still
here.
good meat. I literally taste fine. Because I watched Elliot play the entirety of the game.
Yeah, I'd say 85% of my playtime, Dylan was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the best. So I've seen the entire thing, and because there's not exactly a lot of like variety of choice or things like that, I'm probably never gonna play it, or maybe like years from now I'll probably pick it up or whatever. But like, I still watched the entire thing, and I have a lot of thoughts. So I matter. So I'm here, and also this is
Hey,
our
Dylan.
show.
Do you
so
need to talk about
you
something?
matter.
Yeah.
I matter.
Do you
I
need to
matter.
talk
I'm
about
not
something
being
you've
replaced.
screamed I've
I'm
mattered over and over again? for like a while?
Robin, did you not talk to Dylan about me taking over for him?
I'm not being replaced. It's not happening.
Well,
No.
do you remember when? This is a side note. Do you remember when me and Vinny were talking about how we were gonna make a Dorkspawn themed thing, and then you were like, "No, absolutely not. I'm madder. I'm not being replaced." In this very
Yeah.
similar way. This is fun.
Yes.
This is a fun theme we have.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Good. It's funny. It's good.
I'm
Yeah,
important.
it's funny.
It's funny. Expedition 33.
Yeah. I've played.
You've played, and I've also played it. Hi, my
And
name
I
is Robin.
haven't.
I've played.
My name is Elliot. I have played Expedition 33 one
My
time.
name is Dylan, and I matter.
You know, gang, I think the 7th intro is going to go crazy.
It's gonna.
Yeah,
We're really
it's
gonna nail it on the
really
7th. I'm
crazy.
telling you that. Okay, we start Expedition 33 in Lumiere. We play
Which
the
is not
world's-
Paris.
which is not Paris.
Kind of.
And
Kind
we
of capital
play-
N, capital P, not Paris, is what I mean.
That's it. We play the world's most beautiful and tortured gay French man, Gustave.
That man's straight. I'm so sorry.
No, he's gay for me specifically. It's changed.
Oh, okay.
He's
okay,
gay for
okay,
me.
okay.
Yeah.
We understand.
I was gonna say canonically deeply in love with a woman monogamously. They're not even together, and he's monogamous with that woman.
That's not part of it. That's not part of this at all.
I don't recognize that. Yeah,
I don't recognize it. That's not real in my Expedition 33.
Gustav, though, best boy.
I love him deeply.
Pretty good boy.
Yeah. Speaking of this woman that he's in love with, there is this big thing going on, this big event. The world we immediately see is like all wibbly wobbly and like bending around. There's like rocks floating in the air. It looks like Paris, but it's not. Again, when I say wibbly wobbly, the Eiffel Tower is like
bent.
Yeah. It looks very weird. So what's fun is I played this on Steam Deck, where the graphics are not delicious.
I'll tell you what. I played it on PS5, and the graphics are.
Delicious. It was.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
We then there's a big event going on. There's a bunch of banners and like some form of festival. Then our collective as a people daughter turns up called Mael, and she is talking to us, and she's like, "Hey, we better get going because it's about to start, so we better get going." And he's like, "Okay, you go. You meet Sophie, who is this girl who Gustav is in love with, and." Then you all collectively make your way down to the pier where people are talking about this big event happening called, I believe they call it the Gommage.
The Gommage, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll get to the pier and you see a giant monolith with number 34 on it.
And a big woman in front of it.
And a giant woman, yeah.
Who is resting her head in her hands.
Yes, very important for later that we see that she's deeply sad.
Yeah. Do you know what gommage translates to in English?
It's a race, isn't it?
It's a scrub.
Oh, a scrub. Oh, I thought it was
noticed this. I actually noticed this because one of the toiletry products in our shower has French on it, as toiletry like shampoos and conditioners and body washes.
Oh, sure.
Do. And it said something gommage and it's scrub, and I'm like, that's fucked.
Oh, that's really fucked, but it makes so much sense.
But it makes sense. It
that's
makes
fucking
sense.
Good.
Yeah.
God, that's good. A bunch of people are here at this festival. A bunch of people come to this pier. A lot of people are very sad. Some people are fine and celebrating each other. But then we see as the sun dips below the monolith, this very sad giant woman stands up on the horizon, removes the 34 from this monolith, and then writes 33. And then as soon as she does, everyone, who we later find out who is 33 and older, immediately dies. They get turned into petals. Yeah. Sophie, Gustav's love, being one of them. So it's nice, actually. It's cute.
No, it's nice.
It's nice is the thing.
It's nice,
which
actually.
we find out, again, spoilers, if you've listened this far.
Last chance.
Last chance. Right now is actually your last
the next
chance.
sentence
right now is your last chance. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, it's not nice. I mean, we find out later that what the woman writing the number is nice, but the gommage is not nice.
The gommage is bad, but it's it's the petals of it all. The beauty in the fact that this death is happening.
I need everybody to stop with that. No, I'm not. I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's nice at all. I don't think there's even a nice.
You don't like the vaporization murder just because it's pretty?
I don't actually.
Well, if you had played the game, then maybe you would have liked it.
Matter.
We're starting strong.
So Sophie dies. Gustav then, with a bunch of other people, we get introduced to a whole cast of characters that I like
that you can talk
much.
to. for like
Yeah.
40 minutes of in-game time. There's enough dialogue at this party with all these characters where you're like, oh man, these are all my buddies that I'm gonna go on this
I'm excited to-
expedition
Yeah.
with. Expedition. That's a title.
That's the title.
Yeah, you get to talk to them. There's like there's little chats with these guys. There's like a group of 3 lads that are just like, having a good time. Fuck the paintress. Let's go. The paintress is the name of the woman,
Paintress,
by
that's
the
it, yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And then we know that the next morning we're heading out on our expedition.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. We are. It's Expedition 33, not because we're the 33rd expedition, but because
That's the
33 is
age.
the number on the thing. So
Yeah.
all of our party, all of the expedition, bar one person, is 32 years old. As they're going on this expedition. Everyone goes off. We have this beautiful, nice, wonderful send-off. Everyone goes off. We travel. We land outside of Lumiere in this place called Spring Meadows. And then, because also, stupid. Everyone who's 33 or older dies. So the oldest age people can be is 32 now.
Right.
Every
Right.
year
There's no
this
old
ticks
people.
down.
Yeah.
And then everyone gets removed. These, like, 2 ships that is harboring all the people on this expedition. The expedition are people who are going to the paintress to kill the paintress. That's the goal. Because if they kill the paintress, then they're able to grow old and they're able to save the world.
Right. The gamage stops.
The gamage
Right.
stops.
Yeah.
So they think.
So they think.
They get to the island, and then they see an old man, and they're like,
White hair.
holy shit, that's a white-haired old man. Someone immediately starts talking to him and is like, oh my god, hey, where did you come from? What is happening? And then he proceeds to slaughter every single one of them.
The expedition leader goes up and talks to him. You are not the expedition leader.
No, you're
in this,
just
right?
a guy.
You're
Yeah,
just a guy. And like the leader walks up to talk to him and then he cuts that man's head off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like in
It's
one
crazy.
swoop. And you
it's
go,
like,
oh no.
oh, fuck. It's like the best prologue opening. It's like one of the best ever. It's so fucking crazy. It sets up the world so well, and there's a billion just like such pretty beautiful moments, and then it's immediately like, hey, this is shit's real and you're in it and everything is fucked.
Yeah.
Gustav tries to kill himself, which I love. I love it.
He does.
We
He puts
love
a gun
that.
to his head.
Himself.
And then another surviving member of Lune turns up.
Right.
Lune, best. So there's like a very light chance. There's a very light romance plotline in this between one of the two.
One of the 2 lesbians.
One of the
One
two
of the
lesbians.
two should
One
be
of the 2
lesbian.
lesbians and this
Because they
great
spend-
man. Yeah.
They spend an act and a half implying low-key lesbian vibes between the 2 of them until all of a sudden you can start romancing them, and then it's like, what?
What are you talking about?
No.
Wild shift.
Yeah.
And then Lune's like, hey, don't kill yourself. If you're gonna kill yourself, let's kill ourselves trying to kill the paintress. That's why we're fucking here.
And this
Gustav
is
is trying to find
Lune
mail.
in a moment. You know, Lune is logic and drive. She is like,
And I
Right.
love her.
why would you kill yourself when you could make yourself useful? It's great.
Yeah.
Love her.
Oh, and I love her. And I
Yeah.
deeply do. I think she's the fucking best.
Yeah.
First things first, we need to try and find the survivors. We end up finding... we find Mael first. Our big main goal is finding Mael.
Who's kind
We
of our
find-
little sister. Not like
Yeah.
Right.
actually, but
Mael is also 14.
16.
16. She's 16.
Mm.
There's a fun thing where I don't know about you, but when they said how many years she has left to live, I think it's like 9 years. I had
And
to
the
do
math
some
of that
maths
is so
'cause
crazy.
it's stupid because I
It's
was like,
so
so
crazy.
she's like early 20s. I was like, no, because she ages,
'Cause-
and also life expectancy goes down by 1 year. So it's
right. So by the
pinpointing in the middle.
time that she hits,
Yeah.
But which is
time-
so fucked, because
Yeah.
then you're like, the 5 and 7-year-olds in this town are gonna live to be like 15 max.
max.
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh, scary world. I like it
Bad
so much.
world.
A bad world. And then, so we find Mael. Mael is in. Oh, she's in the mansion, right? We find her in
Oh, I
this.
think she
because
is.
we finding these doors that are randomly popping up, and these doors.
Is that where she is
Oh,
at
is
the
that
start?
where you
we
find
her
her?
in the
I
mansion?
will say
We
first of all
do,
that
right?
this is the part that I didn't watch. I actually
Oh, you missed
started
the
watching
very
you
beginning.
play. Yeah,
Yeah.
I started watching you play after the prologue and everything like that, and then
Dillin,
I locked in.
I tell you what, you should go watch the cutscene of the beach arrival, just because it's like
Have
a
you not seen
stunning
the beach
cinematic
arrival?
shit show.
No, I didn't. I
Oh
didn't see the beginning.
shit! That's so sick. Oh my god! And so you also didn't see him try to kill himself?
No, I didn't.
Right?
But it
'Cause that's
just seems
immediately
like
after.
something he would do.
Yeah, he like summons his gun and
Yeah.
puts it to his head. It's a whole thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yes, I think we do find her in the
In the mansion
manor.
makes sense.
in the manor. Yeah.
The manor, sorry.
This whole place is. I was also calling it the mansion. But I've googled it now. There's a whole bit of this place where you find her is in a place that looks like it's underwater, but it's not. And it's my favorite. It has my favorite song in it also, because the boss music in this goes so fucking
The music
crazy.
in this game goes out.
It's actually so sick.
bonkers.
This Flying Waters is Something in the Rain is my second favorite song. My first is one of the protagonist's themes. But yeah, we find the manor, we find Mael. We then go to a Gestrel village. Gestrels are these little paintbrush people. And
Who have
we
great music also. Just in
yes,
general.
really good. So stupid and goofy.
It's jazzy. It's like they always have something jazzy going on. Like the first
Oh.
time you fight a Gestrel, it's like horns come in and you've been getting like piano and vocalization, but then you're fighting this like goofy ass big wooden saka patate is what they are called.
Yep.
And it's like wiggling and you're like and it's like what
It's so good.
what is this?
I remember I spent a large part of like the first portion of the game that I watched you play convinced that you were not actually supposed to fight half of the things you were fighting because
you thought they were cute.
So
Yeah.
and also they seem friendly in like a lot of them
Oh,
seem friendly
sure.
in like a weird way.
And you know
then
what? Let's get into it, Dillin. Let's talk about Petanque.
Let's talk about
Let's do it. Let's talk about Petanque.
I've never been more mad at Elliot in my life than him chasing down Petanque to kill Petanque. I still right now cannot be convinced that you're supposed to fight Petanque.
Oh,
It has the best treasures.
The little
Yeah.
ball with the thing.
The
Oh
little
yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that
It
you
runs
corral into
away.
its cage and then attack.
Kill
The
it.
one that just
Yeah.
wants to run away.
You know what
so
really
much.
upset Dillin is that when I would find a Petanque out in the wild, I would say, "Go to your place," as I chased
Go
it
to
down
your
to attack it.
I was
Oh,
so bad at forcing them into its little homes that I
And then
just
killing it.
figured out how to catch it before it gets there.
Really?
I didn't
What?
realize you had to put it into its home for like a while because I was so dog shit bad at catching these guys and forcing these guys into these stupid, easy kindergarten ass puzzles. I just couldn't do it. I was bad at it.
I'll tell you what, not a puzzle.
But
Just sort of chasing it until it
isn't it
winds
like-
up in its house.
Oh, sure. I was
And
thinking
then
like
trying to kill
locking
it.
off sections. So it's like you see that it's running left if you always go right. So then you like
it's just
have to
kind of
block
like
off an
pool.
entrance.
You just got to play the angle of like approach.
Yeah,
to
it's
get
just
it to
like
go the
pool.
opposite. Yeah.
yeah, playing the angle of approach is definitely how I'd describe doing this. Go on. you were
Anyway,
gonna say
sorry, I derailed the plot summary.
something. That's okay. You go to the Gestrel village. You decide to join up because there's a big fighting tournament there. I think.
Yeah.
To do it, they will explain, or just they will help you out if you beat it.
No, that is how you get my
CL.
best girl, CL, is in the
Yeah.
fighting championship.
Right.
Yeah.
But did we not know that CL was the champion until...
We did not know. We knew it was a person, maybe, but we didn't know it was CL.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You fight in it. You see her. She has a fucking like a 2-headed scythe. It's the coolest weapon maybe ever.
Yeah. I am
yeah.
like a Mael stan as like a team build person, but CL is my best girl. She
I
fucking
never
Yeah.
used CL.
oh,
That's
pretty
insane.
much in the whole game.
that's crazy.
Wow.
She was a
Um,
frontliner for me the whole game.
Pretty much, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she's fucking cool. I just never ended up using her. And then we go to we find SK. Oh, SK.
SBA,
Best
my
boy.
favorite guy in the world.
Who is this big fucking blob guy who you can sail on the ocean. Oh, I think you fight in the tournament to win to, like, they will say we can help you sail or something. Like, you're trying to get favor to cross the ocean again, right? I can't remember.
Oh wow. I remember that you need something from the chief, and I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
Well, because
sure.
that makes sense because SKA's like skills are kind of lost, and he needs to get all of them back one by
Yeah,
one.
he needs his little rocks.
His little rocks.
Yeah.
That help him
Um,
do different things.
But you get the
yeah.
swimming one pretty quickly.
Yeah, so that feels right.
Yeah, because you can just you just like run with him, and then like the main goal is to get the swimming one.
Mhm.
And then you go all the way to a place called Stone Wave Cliffs. And when you get there, you fight this big like beast called the Lantern King or the Lantern Beast or something.
Oh yeah.
And then you fight it, you kill it. Oh my god, hell yeah! Now,
Oh my god, we're all
you,
celebrating.
you fight
Oh.
it, and then by killing it, because this thing has the stone that lets SKA swim.
Yes.
You
yes.
kill it, you get the thing that can help SKA swim. As everyone is leaving, that fuck-ass old man appears.
And I need to pull a quick aside here. At some point before this moment, you might have found yourself at a little optional Gestrel challenge moment of like like a obstacle course to unlock a fuck ass Gestrel outfit. If you're listening at home,
Oh,
look
and
up
you
look
might
up
be wearing it.
look up Gustav Gestrel outfit, and you might have, I don't know, turned on the setting where your new outfits show up in cutscenes, and then experience what is about to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
And it gives you full troll doll hair, by the way.
Yeah, full troll doll hair.
Anyway, Robin, tell him what happened to my boy Gustav while he had fuck-ass troll hair.
So this old man turns up, and then Gustav's like, "Oh shit! Everyone get onto SK." This old man is asking after Mael. Is like addressing only Mael, I think, in this scene, as Mael is like trying to talk to him, and Gustav's like, "No, literally leave." You have a fight. Where I was like, I'm doing pretty fucking good in this fight. I'm parrying every attack. I'm crushing it. And then he stabs Gustav through the chest and then kills him dead. It's not even that. It's that Mael gets trapped in a little, like, dome.
Yeah.
And then Gustav is fighting to
Right.
protect her, trying to kill this old man. This old man nukes Gustav into orbit, stabs and kills him.
Stabs
and
him
then
so brutally, severely dead.
Yeah. Like, because
Yeah.
Gustav does a move. So he's one-armed. He's one arm. And he does this thing. His like old special move is that he like channels a bunch of electric through his arm and then does this big blast of electric power. He does it to this old man. And this old man like parries it and his arm falls off. Gustav's arm falls off, and then he stabs Gustav
And then
brutally.
he stabs him.
Yeah. And then as this old man goes to get Mael, another person appears. And this person appears to save Mael and the rest of the team. He's saying he got there just in time and has been chasing them down. And then he
His
helps
hair
Mael.
is partially white.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, good point. And then he reveals himself as Verso, and Verso is now the protagonist of this of the next act, that is end of Act 1, as Gustav is like full just dead. Like all of the levels that you put in
dead.
Gustav go into Verso, but they don't work the same really at all.
He has a different skill tree you've got to spend on.
Yeah. But you
get the
back.
same level of guy. Yeah.
But I was so upset by it that I put the game down for like a couple days. I say a couple days, maybe like a day, because I love Gustav so bad. And at the beginning, so I played this when it came out, and people were so good about not spoiling the fact that literally the protagonist beefs it at the end of Act 1, that I had no idea, even though I was watching a shit ton of edits and like cool stuff, and I was so deeply upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't get spoiled for me either. It was such a fucking brutal hit to the chest when that happened.
Yeah,
because you're like, no, he's going all the way. This is his story. What do you mean?
Yeah, played perfectly by Charlie Cox, Daredevil, for people who don't know, who did in interviews. He said, and also the devs have confirmed, that he did all of Gustav's lines in 4 hours. Like a 4-hour recording session, and then he forgot that he did this role, because it was like a couple years ago, and just completely forgot about it, and was like, yeah, that was kind of a nothing, like one day recording thing. I doubt anything will come of it.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then people were like, oh my god, I loved you as, there's like an interview of when he's like he's speaking to people, and they're like, oh my god, I loved you as Gustav, and he's like, who? And then he was like,
wow.
oh shit, I can't remember that happening. That's crazy.
Wow, they made that?
Yeah, they made that. That's finished.
They made that?
Insane.
Crazy.
And also,
so while we're talking about voice actors, Andy Serkis as the old white-haired man is giving just the performance of a lifetime.
Who is also job. In a different way. Whenever he talks about the game, Andy Serkis is like, oh, it's just the best. I just connect with his story so much, and I loved all this, and I loved how this character feels this, and it's all about grief and emotion.
Oh wow,
and
that
art,
doesn't shock me, I guess. Yeah.
He just bought so hard into the story.
Talk about a guy who loves what he does.
Yeah.
I tell you what, yeah, and he's fucking. Again, so this isn't his first video game. He's done a couple. He he's performed as the villain in a game called Heavenly Sword on a PS3 release title a billion years ago. And I remember being like, "Oh my god, Andy Serkis, the Gollum guy? That's so cute." And then now he's doing this as one of the fucking best performances in a video game.
Yeah.
And then we play as Verso. After all this, we find out that this old man's name is Renoir through Verso.
Right.
Verso says that Renoir and him, as well as a couple other people, were actually part of Expedition Zero, the first ever expedition to ever leave. And how Renoir made a deal with the Paintress to keep eternal life, as long as he helps stop all of the new expeditions going out, that him and that whole crew will be able to live because he considered them.
Which is Expedition Zero.
Which is Expedition Zero. Yeah.
And that is why.
And Verso is also part of Expedition Zero.
Right. That is why Verso is now like upon joining your crew is the only one who is like, he's an old guy. He still looks young, but he is like.
He's like 100, I think.
He's like 100.
Yeah, he's like old. Yeah.
But he looks great.
But he looks great.
He looks
very
great.
sexy.
Hot as hell.
Yeah.
Verso played by Ben Starr, who also plays Clive in Final Fantasy 16. Another crazy performance from Ben Starr as Verso.
Fuck off, yeah.
Yeah, it's so sick. Verso's like, well, the only way we can kill the Paintress is if we go to my friend who is in the mountains. His name's Monoko. You go into the mountains, and then you have the best, my favorite song in this, which is Monoko's theme, because you find out Monoko is a bow bow wow wow. it turns out that he is a Gestrel, Monoko, and his whole thing is that he
Correction, he is
copies.
Not yet. Not yet.
Spoilers. That's a puppy.
Last chance. Last chance. Get off the bus.
Get off the ball. I'm Elliot. I've played Expedition 33 one time.
My name is Robin. I played Expedition 33 one time.
Hi, my name is Dillin. I matter.
We find Monoko. Monoko joins us. Monoko can like copy monster abilities. Monsters are called Nevrons.
Right.
Yeah.
By
they are
taking
and he does
their
that-
feet.
By taking and holding on to their
Okay.
feet.
Yeah, he
now,
grabs
this is
their
a great
feet,
time to
and now
mention.
he
We have
can
to
do
talk
their
about the
tricks.
foot fetish shit in Expedition 33 because it's crazy.
This is a
Lune
French game, gang. Get normal.
Lune has her dogs out the entire time.
Lune has dogs out, and when you sprint with her, her feet, she floats so that her feet are pushed back so you can see full feet
Yeah,
the whole
you
time
see
you're
full
sprinting
soul.
as her.
And
Yeah.
people would say, yeah, but that's not necessarily sexual. Yeah, absolutely. Monoko
Yeah, until you have a
talks
foot
about
fetish, and then
yeah, and Monoko talks about collecting feet so hornily and
He's
so
like,
consistent.
Such lovely feet.
What
yeah,
lovely
he
feet!
gets really.
Oh, just give
fucking
me
into
their
the
feet. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
cra-
fucking. It's gnarly, actually.
It's deeply, deeply challenging. Actually,
This game, it puts just like the hottest characters in it and then is just very horny about it as well. But it's interesting because it's a chaste horniness. There's like
It's
not really.
Yeah,
It's not explicit, but it is horny.
It's
Yeah.
it's hungry. This game
It's
is
hungry.
Yeah, it's
kind
not. It's not horny. It is hungry.
It's how baseline horny you would be if you knew that life ended at 33 at max from where you are.
Right.
Everyone's fucking.
Everyone is fucking. And I'll tell you what, Monoko
He can get it.
would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. There's
Easily.
an outfit for him where you get him in a real crisp suit.
Suit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
the
then you get the
suit?
white
baby.
suit.
Oh,
I never got the white suit.
Oh,
Crazy.
I
just
got
got
the
a black
white
suit.
suit towards the end of
really
Act
towards
3,
the end, yeah.
and it fucking delish.
Oh, damn.
Delish.
Jealous about it.
Very good.
But then you're Verso. And then Verso, you pick up Monoko, and then you go back to Old Lumiere, and you decide that you figure out that you need to forge this one blade, and to do this, you need to kill 2 Axions, or the 2 remaining Axions, I think, which are these Axons. Thank you. They're these
Right.
giant, like, these giant, like, colossal beasts.
Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him in his white suit.
I just sent y'all a
Sent
picture
a
of him in the
picture.
white suit. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at how
Damn, it's
handsome he is.
clean as fuck.
It's
Actually, that's so
clean.
good.
I'll
And
tell
it
you
makes
what, no
his
face,
fur
no
white.
problem.
Like,
Don't-
come on.
You kill these 2 beasts by going to these 2 different areas. One of them is like mask based. They like have a bunch of different faces that they're wearing.
Yes, it's many different like moods, and you have the
Oh,
choice.
yeah.
And this is I'm actually curious, Robin, what you did here because this is a small choice.
Oh yes.
You can either
Yeah.
go face it immediately, or you can go down all the paths and like
Right.
trigger the emotions and fight representations of the different emotions. Which one did you do?
Now this is interesting because I didn't understand that this was a choice, so I immediately went to go fight it.
Did you?
yeah.
Okay.
I straight up skipped all of the like what I imagine is a lot of very good cutscenes about emotions.
Very good. Well, more even than good cutscenes, it's really cool level design because it changes the whole map
Yes.
to like fit
Right.
the vibe of the emotions. Like you go trigger the anger face and the whole map becomes red and like certain enemies show up, and then you fight a boss that's like the anger face boss, and then you go back and then you trigger the sad one and it starts raining. Like it's like you play
I
through
love
the
that.
same map a few different times.
Yeah.
Which is very
that's
cool.
That was a
fun.
good.
That
little
is
zone.
fun.
That was a really
That's
good
cool.
dynamic zone.
Yeah, if you skip all that, you literally just go to face the boss, and the boss is tough as shit.
Oh,
because
it's
it
easy
has-
as shit if you do the side
Yeah.
stuff. That's kind of the
Yeah.
thing.
I imagine. No, he was hard as fuck because he has all these different faces backing him up because you haven't destroyed any of them. So
Yeah.
he just hits you as hard as fucking possible with all of his big moves. Yeah. And then the second big Colossus that you fight is in this beautiful, like, big sand dancery
like Colosseum kind of building. Yeah.
It's cool. It's beautiful. And then that, oh god, something happens there that is fun that I cannot remember. It's been too long.
Like a story thing?
Yeah, someone has a big deep connection.
I think Lune.
I also think Lune, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Because
parents get to here?
Yeah, because I think you end up going back in Act 3 to, like, recover something about her parents.
Yeah.
I think maybe... Oh, what is it?
Yeah, my walkthrough is just saying what the walkthrough is doing.
Lune is connected to Cyrene. That's the dancing one.
Yeah.
I think they each claim I think CL claims the chroma from the masked one, and Lune claims the chroma from the dancer.
Sure. And then combining both of these as you go to the monolith, there's like a barrier protecting the monolith, which is why you need this special sword, because this special sword can only pierce it. Go on.
I remembered it. So the thing, when you get to the final moment against the dancing Axon, everyone in the expedition gets pulled in by the siren call, but Lune is able to break free of it and deliver essentially the final blow. They all get like trapped in this like siren song.
Yes.
And then Lune is the one that breaks free and is like not doesn't get taken away by the whimsy and like song.
Right,
Sick.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. And then after defeating it, you have the ability to forge this blade to pierce this bubble to go into the monolith proper. There's also just a very minor thing.
One other thing on that I gotta add, because I just am reading someone's Reddit thread. On the reverse, CL, like, this is, people are saying that the accents are ways of like giving CL and Lune more character. Like Lune breaks free of the dancing because she's very like logical and has a sense of duty, and then CL breaks through the mask because the masked one puts masks on everyone in the expedition, but hers doesn't stick because she like, they're saying she's like used to kind of putting a mask on to like hide her grief, and so she doesn't let that overtake her.
Yeah.
It's good.
Love that. That's good.
Anyway,
that's good shit. You break through this bubble. There's a thing of this whole time you can find journals from previous expeditions and see how far they have made it.
Harrowing.
It's devastating and harrowing.
Deeply, because all of them are like, oh, we're just about to die. You have a lot of things of people like fully abandoning their expedition, being like, there's no point, we're all going to die anyway.
Or a lot of them are like from last person standing, like kind of writing like their known last entry, knowing they're not going to make it. Yeah.
And but but you are not the first people to make it to the monolith. The other one is Expedition 68?
7?
Oh. 7?
Is this the climbers?
Yeah. Because in universe.
You might be right.
Oh no, 67 is the explosion based expedition.
Oh right.
It's not 68. I'm wrong at that.
38?
I feel like it's a little.
Oh no, 69. It's 69 because the developers are trolls.
Yeah. They are the climber expedition, so anytime you can like climb up a thing, it's because Expedition 69 like put these
they put
around.
the things in the rocks that you can like grab onto
and they are like wildly the most successful outside of you because they made it all the way to the Paintress.
Yeah,
I believe there's a lot of hints that Verso helped them also do this.
There is some of that for sure.
Yeah.
I think I think you maybe get multiple entries from them, and one of theirs implies that Verso helped them out.
But they are also they were there at the monolith. You get inside, and then at the very foot, you are re-met by Renoir. Mael this entire time is like, yes, we have to kill the paintress, but definitely more importantly is I'm going to kill Renoir. This guy killed my brother / adoptive father. He's dying.
Yeah.
And he keeps showing up in Mael's dreams and also like forcing daydreams on her. Like him and like this woman in a mask that is like
this white-haired woman in a mask.
This white-haired woman with a burnt face and a mask. Go ahead, Jill.
I also think it's important. I don't think we've really talked about this throughout all of this act leading up to this. You consistently keep stumbling upon doors to the manor. And also like exploring different parts of the manor, different rooms in it. That all then lead back to that like initial foyer that you were in, and then like you exit back out. But like you keep coming back to this manor.
And in the manor is this weird creature called the Curator, who is this humanoid figure, but has this face that has been like indented and broken inward, so doesn't actually have a face. But is seemingly like very
chill,
knowledgeable and chill, and
and he like upgrades your shit, comes with you to camp.
Oh my god, he does upgrade all of your shit.
Yeah, and he comes and hangs at camp.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And this is like this act is like where you're getting a lot of character lore through the camp interactions. Like this is where the romance choice comes in.
Right.
Robin famously romanced Lune, and I famously
actually didn't.
CL.
I didn't romance anyone in this.
Oh, you didn't romance anyone?
I didn't romance anyone. I wanted to romance Lune, but then I decided to not.
So did you never unlock her?
No, you can unlock all of their stuff without romancing.
Oh, by not
anyone.
doing the romance options?
Yeah, I just didn't do any of the romance options.
That's funny. I picked, I think, the most romantic options with both, so much so that I had a full romance with CL, and then when she realizes...
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna get there. Like, she realizes that, like, she might see her husband again one day. Then she's like, hey, let's fuck one last time. And then after that, if you talk to Lune, she's like, man, something could have happened between us, but you were spending a lot of time with CL, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus!
You're lesbians, why aren't you together?
Yeah, well,
and that was the thing. She kind of is like, and I didn't have anyone kind of to worry about or whatever.
I would have just been here.
But we get to the foot. We see Renoir again. Renoir and Verso have this like big argument where Renoir is yelling at Verso about the fact that he loves his family and will do anything to protect it, and Verso's like, yeah, same, that's why I'm here. They argue back and forth, and then the curator Mael is like, okay, we're gonna fucking kill this guy. And Verso was like, okay, we have to subdue him because he's gonna stop us going to the monolith. And Mael's like, no, we're fully killing him.
Yeah.
You fight him. It's also one of the best mic drops of music. The music in this section is so fucking stunning. In this big, like, climactic fight with this guy, you fight, you defeat him. The curator then turns up,
kind of delivers the final blow?
Delivers the final blow, because the curator and Renoir then start talking to each other as it, like, in weirdly cryptic ways. The curator never speaks, but Renoir speaks almost for him, talking about, again, how everything I did was for our family, I think he's talking about. And it's a weird thing. The curator and Renoir then both die at the same time. And then as both the audience and all of the characters who aren't Verso are like, what the fuck was that about? And Verso's like, we have to just move. We have to keep going. Like, we're right here. Let's not stumble about questions. You climb all the way up throughout the monolith. Throughout the monolith, there's like a lot of scenes of a woman talking to children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And a fire, is that you start to get?
And then a fire, yeah, which it's this weird thing of she is like teaching these two kids, and then there's a big fire. And then I don't think we see what happens past that. We get all the way up to it turns out that the giant paintress isn't actually like the paintress, but she is just a normal sized woman, but also
that looks really similar to the curator, like same kind of degradation.
Yeah.
Right, she's also falling apart.
You fight her, and then there's there's like a second phase where she then joins the paintress.
Yeah, there's a second phase where she joins the paintress and only heals you on her turn.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like, as soon as she starts doing that, like she's down, maybe it's a third phase even, but she's like slumped on the ground and is using every turn to heal you, and you're like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Wait, what's going
why?
on?
You're the bad guy. Why are
You're
you
the
healing
bad guy.
me?
Why are you doing this?
And between the phases between phase 1 and 2, she starts yelling at Verso about how dare you wear his face, and oh, you're another trick, you're here to kill me, and all this stuff. And then again, you start flying. Oh, and then Verso pulls out another stone and then throws it at Esquier, and now Esquier can fly. Which has been a problem this whole time, because you're like, damn, if only Esquier could fly. And Verso's like, yeah, right? How convenient would that be? And then in this second phase, Verso pulls out this stone and then helps Esquier fly.
And you're like, hold on.
Well, yeah, that's interesting.
Why did you have
wait,
that?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
why'd you
where
have
did you
that?
get that? Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that?
Then you fight and kill the paintress? Go on.
Is this not also where in this fight that there's like sort of like a thing that opens up also, and like
no, that's the third act fight, I think is what you're thinking of.
no, that doesn't happen also here where like you escape through it sort of? No? All right. Never mind. Never mind.
Remember this.
I
don't remember
feel
this
like there was like a little bit where it's like
That almost might be in the Renoir fight. It's been a while since I did that fight though.
Yeah. It's been a second. But you kill the paintress. And then you're successful. Oh my god, you did it. You beat the game. You killed the paintress. Congratulations.
You did.
You all go back to Lumiere, and everyone is celebrating.
Because Verso and Minoko kind of seem glum.
They're like really bummed out about it.
they seem bummed out.
But everyone's celebrating, and it's a beautiful end of Star Wars scene where everyone's dancing, and it's a great time. And then Verso reads a letter, and the letter is talking about
the letter is from the white-haired woman.
Yes, Alicia, I believe.
Alicia.
Yeah.
And the letter is for Mael, maybe? I think it's for
okay.
Mael, but Verso holds on to it.
Sure.
I might be misremembering that. But the content of this letter is Verso is sitting on the dock, sad, while everybody's celebrating. And the contents of this letter reveal that the paintress is not the one doing the gommage. It is actually Renoir, the real Renoir, who has been trapped inside the monolith by the paintress, and the paintress is painting the numbers as a warning to everyone. She was good.
She was
She was good the whole time.
She has been stopping like the full extermination of everyone by slowing it to everyone gets like a year. And then this year is ticking down. It's all she can do in her power, which is why she's so sad and crying all the time, because she can't stop the extermination of everything.
And then everyone in the city gets gommaged.
And then every single person dies.
Verso gets gommaged. Everyone.
All of your
Everyone
friends
dies.
that you've been here with this entire time. Everyone.
And then cut to a completely different setting. You're playing as Alicia.
Well, it's kind of a
you're-
familiar setting.
Yeah,
Kind of.
because
the manor.
it's in the manor.
We're in the manor.
It's in the
Right.
manor.
Yeah.
We play as Alicia. We really can't do that much. A lot of now. This is to say this is a third act. It's like it is the third act. It feels like a third. It's the final in a movie. It's like a final. It's so different. Go on.
This part feels to me like the finale of Act 2 more than it does feel like Act 3. Like this whole sequence
this
felt like
moment,
it was.
yeah.
It was like
Oh,
Because it
ending
has
Act
to
2.
recontextualize the entire world, Elliot.
I wanted to go find this letter because it was driving me nuts. Was it addressed to Verso or Mael? It was addressed to Verso, and the opening is, "Brother, I tire of the conflicts and deceptions that plague our family and theirs, so I entrust you with this letter. Whether you give it to her is up to you. I'm at peace with what's to come. When the time comes, I hope you will be too." She does not, or Verso does not give it to Mael. He reads it on the dock before getting Gommage. It's a long letter, but in this letter, it explains that the Alicia that we've been seeing, this like burned version, is a facsimile of Mael's family in the real world. That's where we get this like the initial explanation. And seeing your expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss, which is why, the paintress has staved off her grief. And then the final 3 lines of the letter that was supposed to go to Mael via Verso is, "Your mother paints life, whilst your father death. What will you paint?"
God.
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
Interesting.
And isn't it? And
That's
Isn't it
interesting.
Everyone dies. You wake up as Alicia. You're in the manor, but you're in the manor in actual Paris. In actual real Paris, quote unquote, in this world, but also not really. You can then walk around the manor house and you find kind of like versions of everyone that you found. Monoko is a dog. Eske is a toy.
and Noko is a littler dog.
Yeah, tiny.
Yes,
dog.
yes,
Yeah.
a tiny
Noko,
dog.
who we haven't talked about at all, actually.
He's the first little Gestrel you meet at the very beginning of the game, little guy.
Yeah.
And he beefs it.
And he gets his fucking ass kicked, I think, towards the end of Act 2, is that it?
Yeah, because he fully does. He dies for real, for actual. Yeah.
I think Renoir kills him. Is that
I
accurate?
also think Renoir kills
Right, but then he comes
him.
back and has no
But he
memory.
he kind of comes back. Yeah.
He kind of, he
Kinda
comes
comes
back
back.
in. One of my big problems with the game, but we'll get to that.
We'll get
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
You see that, or it's revealed that Verso died in this big fire a billion years ago. Like a bunch of years ago.
Not terribly long ago in real world.
Is it not terribly long ago in real world?
I feel like they're still rebuilding the house in that.
Right,
that
it's
scene.
not.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
I
I
mean,
think-
it would make sense. Yeah.
Because I think Verso was an adult, which is why the facsimile of him that we've been playing as is an adult. Like I think,
And is
like
stuck looking his age,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah, that makes sense. We see that you're a group of people, your family, the Desandras.
the
That's the family?
Desandras, yeah.
They all have this ability to paint. And they can paint entire worlds that you can like physically step into. Verso was a particularly talented painter, and painted this one big portrait, and then he died. His mother, so struck with grief, went into the painting to re-experience her son again, and has just been stuck in this cycle of grief, of being so distraught about him dying.
And then the cataclysm that made the world fractured happened because your dad, Renoir, went into the painting and they had like a conflict that caused the whole world to
Yeah.
become this
Because
kind of
Renoir-
like broken version.
Renoir is like, I want my wife back. Like, I want us to move on and like grieve together. but she's so obsessed with this idea of like, oh no, but my son is still here because the painters put part of their soul into the paintings that they do. So there is like a fraction of him there, but it's not really him. It's just a kind of false part. And Renoir goes in to pull her out. But they've both been trapped in there for like real world days.
I think real world like a month or two is what they say about the mom.
Right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And fiction world years.
100 years.
Yeah. So you defeating Renoir. Oh, so okay. The paintress is the mother.
Mm-hmm.
The curator is the real Renoir?
It's the real Renoir who was projecting himself out of him being trapped in the monolith.
The false Renoir is the Renoir that Verso painted.
It's the Renoir that the mother painted. The mother painted an entire facsimile of the family.
Right.
Renoir, Alicia, Verso, the Verso we play as, and
Clay.
Clay, yeah. And the Renoir that slaughters everyone at the beginning is the one the mother painted because she has painted him to protect herself so she can keep the real one trapped.
Yeah.
And this is where this game's whole plot starts to get really like hard to keep straight in your head. Like what version of who is who.
Yeah, this bit is tough for me. Claire is the one who is outside, who asks you, Alicia, to go into the painting because she's like, they've both been fighting for so long.
Right, you have to pull them out.
I need you to go in there and pull them out. Alicia
does she? I thought Claire
not?
was like, you're not strong enough to go in. And Alicia is like, I want to help. Claire's like, I'm taking care of
right,
this.
because she doesn't listen.
Oh.
That's right. Alicia doesn't listen.
Because Alicia doesn't listen. Because Claire... Because I did a lot of like wiki reading after for things I might have missed, and Claire is the one who painted all the Nevrons. Like Claire essentially painted the Nevrons as a way of trying to stop the. I'm not entirely sure why actually.
Yeah. She just. I know that she's like. There's like a fan thing of how Claire is like one of the major villains, and like how she is arguably the most powerful painter amongst all of them because she's able to.
She painted
all
the
stuff.
monsters. She painted every monster. She might have Renoir painted the Axons. That's for sure. But
and she also repainted. So in Expedition Zero, this is a secret boss. There's a guy in it called Simon or Simone, I guess, who Claire also in Expedition Zero fell for, and then when he died, fake Claire fell for, and then when he died, she repainted him to be this like outstandingly powerful Nevron.
Real Claire went in, saw that her mom had made a version of herself that was like way nicer and like fell in love with this guy and turned the painted version of herself into a monster factory essentially. And then this guy Simone was like, this woman I loved doesn't know who I am anymore, and went fucking bananas, and that's why how he becomes like an insane boss.
Wait, so isn't this is like when we're getting this like backstory on the family and like the real family versus the painted family and all of that and like the history of it, do we not also get the first like admittedly like minor hints about the rival? I want to say that
the writers.
The writers. We hear about this group of people who also have powers in some
the power to jump into stories and all this and create their own. But
which when they make that game, so
we never see or hear about this really again, but we just
know
that they exist in the world,
and they're the reason Verso's dead. They lit the fire.
They lit the fire in the manor.
I believe the story is that Alicia, not able to like speak anymore and like having like a lot of trouble processing.
Yeah.
Oh, but it might have even been before that. I think that the story, if I'm understanding the stuff Clair said and like out, is that there is some blame being put on Mael for this, because I think Mael maybe fraternized with the writers in some, or sorry, Alicia in the real world maybe fraternized with the writers in some way, and then the writers lit the fire that killed Verso. And so then Clair takes over as the head of the painters because her mom is stricken with grief and in this painting. And
her dad
is
goes
like
in
and
to-
is like, Alicia, don't help, you're too weak and like you've done enough.
Right. And then Alicia says fuck you and goes in.
But then that quote-unquote weakness, I guess, is kind of proven because the rules of jumping into the painting is that you cannot panic and you remember who you are when you go in. She panics immediately because it's very horrific going into a painting. And then she panics, forgets who she is, wakes
and
up
goes in as a
Lumiere.
baby.
Yeah. In Lumiere. And appears in Lumiere and then doesn't know who she is and is obviously a baby and then has to live 14
and just
years
like lives
in the
a life
painting.
in there
16
as
years in the
Mael.
painting. Yeah.
Yeah. Builds a whole fake life.
Real life. A whole
Real life. A whole real life.
She was born.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Wow.
Wow. So she gets in, and then Mael remembers all this because Mael is still in the painting, right?
Because Mael does not get gommaged along with everyone else
because
she is real.
Yeah,
she's
because
real.
she's real,
Right.
actual.
Yeah.
And so she, with these new big powers that she gets from realizing that she's she's a paintress or a painter, I guess, remakes everyone. Repaints
She brings everyone back.
Brings everyone back. Renoir now no longer like, okay, still big villain mode, but he's come in and he was like, okay, I was trapped in this painting for too long. Being trapped in
I pulled
paintings for too
mom
long
out and I'm
goes
back.
crazy. Yeah. Like if you're in the painting for too long, you kind of go mad. I pulled her out. I'm asking you to leave now, because this world is nothing. And then Mael is like, no, I can make it something, and then brings everyone back. And then he's like, for fuck's sake. Okay.
And he's like, we need to all move on. We need to all move on from this.
Verso is dead. And then brings everyone back. And then you're still playing as Verso, but this act is Mael. This final act is
This
Mael's.
is about Mael. Like,
oh, yeah. And the acts are named after each of them.
Yes. And it's like now
so it's
Mael
Gustav. Yeah.
has remembered who she is. She still continues to go as Mael, but she now, because she remembers who she is, she remembers that she can control the painting from within. And I also just want to add that, like, the time between everybody getting gommaged and Mael bringing everybody back is like gameplay time so short, but does not feel cheap in such a crazy like way. Like the deaths of everyone is so horrifying and it feels so heavy, and like her bringing them back feels earned. Like it's just such a well done thing for such a short period of time for this, like, oh, I undo the deaths of everyone. It doesn't feel like a kind of undo. It feels really heavy.
It's very much a, undoing the deaths of everyone, but we still have stuff we need to do. So it's not like done yet. And
now they all have to process like Luna and Ciel and Verso and like, well, Verso doesn't, because Verso's known. Verso's known.
He knew the whole time.
He's known the entire time that this would kick everyone out the painting and would kill everyone around him.
He thought killing the paintress, releasing his mom, was the nuke, essentially.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he gets brought back, he's like got now all these very sad boy feelings about now everybody is trying to untangle what lies he has told throughout the game, throughout this act. Like when you talk to Luna and Ciel and Mael, now it's
pissed.
like it's a lot of like, oh, you knew this the whole time, like why didn't you?
The reason why he didn't have the reason why he didn't tell anyone he had the SK can fly thing is because he was like, everyone would have gotten distracted. We needed to stay on task. The only reason why I pulled it out is because it was the only way to end this. Lie number one, not the most egregious thing. Over the course of this next act, the only thing you need to do is go back to Lumiere and kill Renoir. But there's a lot of things that is unlocked in this last act.
Yeah.
There's important, fun, good side story stuff with both CL and Lune and Mael all have 3 optional story beats.
And then there's also like a Clair unlock secret boss. There's a billion secret bosses in this.
Yeah, she has like an endless tower of the hardest shit in the fucking world.
Yeah.
That I guess you fight her at the end.
Where you encounter like all of these mini bosses that are tougher than the main characters of the game will ever be. Which is always fun.
Including one of my favorite moments that I have experienced whilst watching someone play a game, which was a solid few hours when we were all in the front room and then Elliot was killing this giant purple snake that you've been able to see on the map the entire time. And everyone has been like, oh, Verso, do you remember the time you tried to fight that and got your ass kicked? I'm
pulling up the stats for this fight.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this.
After like 3 hours of trying this, the version of this fight that landed was 5.6 million damage dealt, first of all.
Oh my God.
258 successful parries and 0 dodges. My name's Elliot Davis, you can call me. And the time is 56:45. 56 minutes of just fighting this one boss.
This one boss.
I do want to say, like, this was, what was this, a Saturday night? Like, I feel like this was this was a Saturday night. We locked in to watch Elliot play this game.
And this is one of those classic moments where I don't think Rowan was there for this fight, but throughout this game, I would face similar challenges of playing bosses for like 3, 4, 5 hours that I couldn't beat. And Rowan would sit very silently next to me when watch me play. And then every time I would die, she would look at me and go, just don't overthink it. You just gotta not overthink it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, thank you. That's super, super helpful.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you so much.
Very fun considering we were watching and not helping at all.
I think you'll find I was doing some pretty magnificent coaching from the side.
Yeah, Robin was like my little league coach that day. That was really good. But I want to highlight a game design thing, and like a game mechanic thing that this game does so beautifully and brilliantly is that by the time you get to Act 2, you're like, man, I've maxed out damage. I'm doing 9,999 damage on everything. That's fucking cool. I have really just like got my builds locked in. I'm just slamming these like 10,000 damage. Some bosses I'm encountering, man, they're like, I really have to chip away at that. And then you defeat the Paintress and you get given a Pictos called Painted Power that just says, deal more than 9,999 damage. And all of a sudden this world of dealing 20,000, 50,000, 150,000, 500,000, a million damage, depending on how you stack your build, opens up. And it's just one of the most brilliant, like skill gates and like power gates I've ever seen in how a game scales you up.
No, it's so fucking
good.
good. And it's because some of these big endgame bosses you can fight way earlier, like in Act 1 and 2, and it's like, this is an insurmountable boss. This shit is literally impossible to beat. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey motherfucker, I'm back. How does 3 million damage one hit taste? Freak. No, this shit, it's fucking perfect. Okay, so you can do a bunch of side stuff that I'm sure we'll talk about later. Oh, actually, you also closing out everyone's like little side storylines as Verso. With Mael, you have one, and it's talking about Verso's lies. When Mael says, "Hey, if you had the chance, could you have saved Gustav?"
Oh yes,
because remember that Gustav died, and then seconds later Verso turned up, and you have the choice to it gives you two choices. It says, yes, I could have saved him if I wanted to, but I didn't. Or it says, no, I couldn't have. But after the no, I couldn't have, it has brackets, lie. It just tells you straight up that
it
Verso
tells you that you could have
fully could have saved him, and then chose not to do it.
And we both told the truth.
We both told the truth. And very delicious bit. If you decide to lie to her, you will never unlock her final like relationship level.
Her gradient move,
her gradient move, because she knows that you're lying. She just needs the confirmation of you saying it specifically.
Right.
It's fucking good.
And this is after you do her side thing of going to fight the third Axon. Which is like this axon of like an endlessly constructing tower that is like, you're implied that it's Renoir. Like Renoir made an axon to like speak to each of his children in some way, and this one is Maëlle because like he always wanted Maëlle to reach to greater heights or whatever, and she's like, no, he's making fun of the fact that I have a fear of heights or something. Like it's like it's this fun little like familial dig, and then at the top of that, you get to fight Alicia as Maëlle, which is just such a stunning moment.
Yeah.
They have a moment together, and you go into this like black and white pause zone that is like the dream realm that Maëlle's been brought into a bunch of times by Alicia and Renoir. And then you come out of it, and before Verso can think twice, Maëlle gomages Alicia, and he's like, how fucking dare you? And she's like, it's what she wanted. Like she doesn't feel real. She doesn't feel like she has any agency.
She doesn't feel like she belongs here, and she believes that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it unlocks this whole thing of this Act 3, because this whole time, obviously, he's been lying to you. But Verso being like, oh, I was part of Expedition Zero and I'm in this world, has now changed to, these are the members of my family and I am kind of an echo of this brother who died. I know I'm not real and I know I am dead in the real world, but I still love my family and I want to talk to them.
He still doesn't want his like his painted sister to go.
Yeah.
Explain yourself, to be honest. Explain your
yourself,
reasoning
frankly.
for anything that you
Frankly,
fucking do,
explain
to be honest,
yourself.
Verso.
We go back to Lumiere. We storm it. Nevron's everywhere.
Cool fight.
Maëlle...
Cool whole sequence.
Yeah.
The fights in this are super easy, but the like way that they're happening is really cool. It's like you see, first of all, sorry, Elliot, who summons like a bunch of Maëlle summons like a bunch of other like expeditioners essentially to go and like fight.
Yeah.
So like as you're doing it, like you're seeing other expeditioners like kill these other guardians, and then you come up and you fight them, and the fights are pretty quick, but it's like it's such an intense little traverse in through town.
Yeah, it's very cinematic. It's really fucking
and it's
cool.
the reversal of the very first thing you do in the game, which is like go from the rooftops of Lumiere down to the docks. This time you come in on the docks, and it's like the exact reverse journey that you took as Gustav, including if you go back to the exact starting position of the game, which is a little rooftop garden, which is one of the side paths. There's a little like picto over there. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it being thematically cute.
I remember that moment.
That's fun. That's cool. I didn't know that. And we climb all the way through Lumiere, this painted one, and then we confront Renoir for the final time. This is actual final boss.
Kind of.
We defeat and kill him, and then he turns to Verso, and because he's about to get kicked out the painting, and he turns to Verso and he says something. He's like pleasing with everyone.
He's talking to Maëlle and Verso and CL and Lune, and he's like, CL and Lune are kind of like begging for their lives and saying that they have meaning, and he's like, like your friends are right, but I just looked this up to make sure I got the line right. He says, life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Yeah, right.
And then when he loses to Maëlle, he says like, he says, "I'll keep the light on for you. I hope, like, he
Yeah.
kind of says like it's your
Basically, I
decision,
hope you come
but
home.
don't. I hope you come home. Don't lose yourself." But he leaves a little window open on his way out.
Mm.
And motherfucker, and this motherfucker, who I don't like at all, is the thing who I just don't like. Verso walks in the door, and everybody is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he walks into the doorway, and he sees like this small kid version of himself with the kind of same motif of like the face all destroyed and like cracked in or whatever.
Who we've been seeing throughout the game.
Throughout
in
the
different
game, we've seen
locations.
the same motif over and over again.
This is actual like the real version of Verso's soul. This is the last part of his soul that is painting.
And he's painting on the floor in like perpetuity, and whatever. And Verso has decided that he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's like, whatever. So he goes and talks to the little boy and is like, "You can stop painting." Mael jumps in and is like, "Excuse me, what are you fucking doing? You're ruining everything. I just killed my dad for all of us so that we could continue to live." And Verso is like, "No, I have to kill the tiny child suffering within me."
No, hold on. Doesn't have to kill. He has to release the tiny child from.
So
Whatever.
this was
I'm sorry,
this was
I
again
think that-
Verso's
I
plan for
think-
the whole time.
I think it's killing.
Oh my god.
He's like, because I'm sorry, does the child get to live in the universe where Verso
The
wins?
child's dead.
I
The child
know.
is already dead and is eternally being tortured.
Is
We
eternally being
cannot-
tortured, keeping this painting alive.
Yeah.
Here's where we all disagree.
That is
So-
not
And here's-
that is not a
And here's
theory.
where we
That
all
is
disagree.
explicitly stated. The child
That's
is being
text.
tortured. That's text.
No.
It's not
I think
subtext.
that
The
here's-
child is being tortured. The
the
child who is
child,
Verso.
which is him. It is him. It is Verso.
Yeah.
It's Verso's
It is Verso.
inner
Yeah.
child is being tortured.
No,
which,
it's a
like,
piece
Not
of
inner
Verso's,
child.
Verso's
It's
soul.
literally
being
his
tortured.
soul.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Grow up. Like all of us. Like that's all.
He
that's all of
can't.
us.
He's dead.
Okay, so Verso's little piece of soul is being tortured by making the painting, right? And so Verso's
Yes.
like, "We need to stop painting and then we'll all die, including everybody inside this painting. Every single person in all of Lumia will die, and Mael will get to go home and be a sad little girl." And that is what's presented. And then Mael's like, "Fuck you, no. This is a real life and you're not going to take it away." And so they square off. And then the
Yeah.
game is
And
like,
then this is the
you
choice that you make in the
choose
game.
who you are going to fight, and that is who you are choosing to support in this ending. So you choose Mael. You are choosing to end you are choosing to continue the painting and continue the lives within the painting and not go back. If you choose Verso, you are choosing to end all of the lives in the painting and send Mael back and Verso's life.
To the real world, yeah.
To the real world. Yeah.
And so you get to choose that in a duel, and then whoever you choose is who you get to fight as against the other.
It is
Now,
in a game with no left-right choices.
No,
True.
no
Yeah.
other choice.
No other choice in this game is so left-right, like opposite fork in the road choices. Sure, there's like
Yeah.
the romance choice and like a couple of things we talked about, but
But
this
it's
choice
minor.
showed up, and Dylan was sitting next to me, and I was like,
No, I know
No,
we stared at
no,
it.
no, 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 oh, no,
Yeah.
no. And I literally I went through the morality of this out loud to
I
Dylan,
also
where I'm
did.
like,
I
this
stopped
little
playing for
boy,
a bit.
this piece of his soul, this little boy is tortured. And if I choose Mael, I am choosing to keep this little boy's like soul piece painting forever. But I also love Mael, and I love all of the I love CL and Lune,
Like
and like
Lune,
these
yeah.
people are real, and
Mhm.
um,
Minoko.
and so Minoko, and so I chose Mael.
Yeah.
I think all three of us chose Mael. Yeah.
Yeah.
I chose Mael, and unlike these other two clowns, I
Has
still
no guilt.
choose Mael. I have no bad feelings about choosing Mael.
I would make that choice, I think, every time. I don't feel good about it.
It doesn't feel good. It's a bad feeling choice, yeah. Because, okay, cannot stress this enough. You are eternally torturing a child who actively asks you to not do this anymore. Like, it's not like it's like kind of like an echo memory, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of a nebulous thing.
Sure.
The kid is like, please, I don't want to do this.
Right, but that kid is as real as everyone else in here. That kid is a facsimile, is a piece of Verso's soul, and is as real as the Verso that we are standing next to.
Yeah, but the Verso that we're standing next to is like, I want to be free. I don't want to be tortured forever.
Okay, you don't get to do genocide about that. I'm sorry. Life is tough. Life is tough. Sometimes your soul sucks. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get to kill everyone in the fucking world.
This also explicitly was not. This wasn't his choice to make everyone.
It wasn't
and
my
then
choice
die
to be
about
born.
it.
I'm pissed about it sometimes. I don't get to kill everyone about it.
Listen,
I don't get to kill everyone in the fucking world.
I want to stress to the listener that when you choose this and then you kill this Verso in this fight, he is lying down on the ground in pain, begging you, please, Mael, please, please don't do this. Please, I don't want this life. Please just let him stop. Please let him stop. Like, in one of the most harrowing, pained, emotional performances ever, I was like,
it's very harrowing. It is sad to watch, but then also like grow up a little bit.
And then after you make this choice, you cut to undetermined amount of time later. We're in a theater. Everyone is back.
Everyone's back. including
Hey, do you
Gustav.
miss them? They're back. Gustav's back. Sophie's back. Everyone's alive, and they are all watching Verso as he sits down on a piano and then starts to play this piano, a thing that he's always wanted. You know, he didn't want to be a painter. He wanted to be a pianist.
Crucially, this is shot and depicted in the harshest high contrast black and white film, and the score is a like piano
it's
horror
shot intentionally to
discordant.
make you feel bad for making
and then we see Mael, and Mael is like becoming the paintress proper. She is repeating this cycle of like never letting go, and this cycle of grief. He's
angry, and his face is just
he's deeply upset by this
anger. He
doesn't want to be here. He's literally being forced to be tortured and be here. If you pick the other option, you are able to kick Mael out of the painting, back into the real world. Verso, Monoko and SK come over to Verso, and they hug, embrace, all three of them understanding this is fucking horrendous. We're about to die, but this needed to happen. And then you look toward CL, who goes to grab your hand.
Yeah, but then is gommaged immediately after.
She pulls away first, and then
I think she pulls away a bit. She like does
Yeah, it seems like she kind of realizes that you did this.
Yeah. And then you look toward Lune, who doesn't even step into the portal. She just sits down, giving you the most horrendous death glare ever.
Because you've killed everyone. Yeah.
Everyone gamages, and then we cut to real world, where
we sit through a 30-minute cutscene of a silent funeral.
Where everyone like they have a funeral, and everyone is like able to process and grieve and move on.
I don't know. That's not really the message.
That's not Dillin's truth.
Yeah.
That's not Dillin's truth.
It's just people standing around at a funeral silently. It does not give me any indication that anyone is
but it gives the
anything.
chance for people to process and move on.
They're processing and properly grieving their lost family member.
Properly grieving, which is all fine and well. So the issue is, is
and then
that
the whole expedition shows up in Mael's vision in waves and then turns into petals, and that's kind of the last bit.
yeah.
And
Would
kind
be
of like
cute.
that she's moving on from the grief.
Yeah.
And they all show up and then they all go march away.
It's very cute if this story presented this as like some sort of metaphor, but this story is like, these people are real. These people are real. Like, the painters have the ability to make worlds real.
Yeah.
Like, everyone we meet in this story was born. Like, they have, like, including Mael, like, was born and raised and lived a life.
Yeah.
And then, in order to properly process our fifis, we have to kill them all. Like,
Fifis.
that's the
Fifis. I have to stress this. Tortured soul of a boy.
Tortured soul of
forever.
like a real boy,
who
exists
also
in this world.
simultaneously gets to live. I'm sorry, but that is what we are all
He does
doing.
not. He does
Yes.
not.
No,
No,
it's
the
Verso
painted
gets to
Verso
live.
and that soul boy are not the same.
they are
If
two different.
they were
Crucially, they are
not
not
the
the
same,
same.
then why is Verso so upset in the first place? That's
Because
Verso
he is being tortured still. Like, it's his soul. He
Correct.
doesn't want to be here. Like,
Correct.
he doesn't want to be
here,
here.
and that is his thing. That's his business. That's his business. You don't get to do genocide
This
about
is-
it. I just don't understand. Like, it's just like life sucks, and we all get that. You don't get to kill everybody about it. You just simply don't. Like,
Here's what I don't understand. You know
okay.
what? Actually, here's what I don't understand. Why can't Mael just go make a new painting that her little piece of soul
Her little
is
part
operating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is
And she just
Ooh,
makes
yeah.
makes a new one.
Now, because there's like, so part of why I picked Mael's is because with Verso's ending, although I do believe it is like yes, she's actually finally able to move on. And when they make Clair Obscura 2, that is probably the ending that they're going to go with if these characters are back in it.
Right.
I picked Mael because I think she could, like, they can have like a big, send off, and then Mael, when she's ready to leave, can then leave because she's still grieving a lot. Yeah.
That's
but
my
I
whole
also
thing.
appreciate that it's like, yes, but the choice is that she doesn't. Like, that's
Right.
It's you're agreeing that she is just staying in this painting either forever or until Renoir comes back to get her out.
Right.
And will do that forever. And again,
And the
Verso
idea
will
is
not be on
also
her side.
that, like, Renoir will, that is the other thing. It is like, she cannot leave and let these people live. Renoir has promised that when she comes home, he's destroying the painting. So, like,
Yeah.
if she goes home at any point, everyone in the
It's
painting
done.
dies.
Yeah.
That's a forever promise. That's just, she leaves, it's done. There's no
it's a thing of, it is having a recording of someone talking to you, like, on a voicemail who has died, and you refuse to stop listening to it, is what
that's
staying in the
cool
painting
and
is.
all. That's not what this is. That's not what this is, because
It deeply is, though.
That's- if that
It deeply is.
if that recording had a full life,
Okay,
and,
fine.
like,
I'm
was
actually going to one up you
living
then.
it?
What it is it's the AI thing of putting memories of someone into an AI model and then them talking to you. It's not real. It's not
okay.
real. It's like it has the approximation of realness,
I
but
think
you are
we watched
refusing to move on
completely
from
different
grief.
stories.
No,
That's it.
I played the game.
And I matter. And I matter.
I'm Elliot
here.
Davis, and I played Expedition
And I'm
33
Robin,
one time.
I played Expedition.
And I'm feeling Rebellion, and I matter. There's look, like, you have people actively experiencing grief within this world that is apparently a facsimile of grief. If this is supposed to be a metaphor for AI, it's a bad one. If it's supposed
It's
to
not
be
a metaphor for AI. That's just
it's a really bad one if it is. These are not presented to us as characters who are not real. They're presented to us as characters who are very, very real and alive. Like, who are experiencing, like, their own griefs and things. Otherwise, everyone would be fine with the decision in the end. Like, no one would be fucking pissed off.
But that is the point.
It's a bad decision.
It's a bad one. But then
life keeps forcing cruel choices, lest you forget.
Life keeps forcing
the
cruel
other
choices.
side, though, the other side is not evil either. The other side is just another choice. It is forcing people to have to be able to grieve, because there are, like, it's trapping not only, once again, a young boy to be tortured for all eternity. It's not only doing that, but it is also stripping a family of being able to move on. The family who made this. And that is like you can be like, yeah, whatever, there's more people. You can trolley problem it.
Well, no, because
but there's
that's
more
what I was
people
gonna
being
say.
sad on this
is
end.
a trolley problem.
It is a trolley
problem is that it's a bad it's a bad dichotomy.
You pull the lever every time.
Right. It's a bad dichotomy. Like,
the trolley problem can actually be solved, and that's a big
it's
important
math.
thing.
Yeah,
it's
just math.
It's just it's the law of numbers. There's more people on this end who are dying.
Is an amoral problem. It's the person presenting you the trolley problem is actually the person at fault, and that's why I say the writers of Expedition 33 are actually the villains who've put a choice in this game that
we don't know anything about the writers yet. That's probably in the sequel.
Yeah, the writers is for
we
the
don't
next
know
game.
about them. Yeah. Sorry.
Take place somewhere else. Yeah.
You're right. Anyway, I have strong feelings about it.
I feel this is the whole thing of why this is such a good choice. Is it's like I would feel equally good and equally bad about either choice if I had made.
Yeah.
If I had made the other one, I would feel sick about CL and Lune and Minoko, and like also the whole first premise of the game. If you before you know we're in a painting. Before you know we're in like a painted world, and the whole first premise being that like talk about for those who come after, which is like a phrase that means so much in the first act and like isn't really that significant after that, kind of. But like after the second act, but like you watch this society that has built a generational story off of sacrifice for the hope that the people that come after them will get to live a full life. This is where like I'm really with you, Dillin, is like that's humanity and life, and like Lune's parents like forcing the mission on her, and like, you know, then her like that's life. I believe that the people in Lumiere, Lune, CL, Gustav are alive. At the same time, it's like how hollow does that life become when you live with God, which is what living with Mael is like. Like how do you this
she
is
just
the thing,
undoes
the implication.
all of her grief. Like
she
CL
undoes
has her husband again.
Yeah, and like this is like a whole question that like gets like this is the question this is getting at, I think, of like, what is life without grief, and is that a life worth living? And like, is Mael keeping these people who we all, I think, agree are real to an extent, from then experiencing real grief and like processing their grief? Like,
and she also stops them evidently from moving on and dying because she can't process the grief. So she then is like, no, I'm going to bring everyone that made me sad because they went. I'm going to bring them all back. And they're not leaving again because that bummed me out. And then she's just kind of trapping everyone there, which is also a horrific.
Sure.
And
maybe.
Verso's getting old on the stage. This is like an interesting detail of Mael's ending that I'm not entirely sure what I think it's saying or like how to process it. But like Verso is not just salt and pepper anymore. He is clearly
he's an old man.
aging, and he's an old man, and it's like, what happens when Verso dies of old age? Does Mael not accept that and bring him back as a child and like run this cycle? Like, that's the whole like continue the cycle problem of what Mael's doing, is that when you are a functional god of the world, like where's the limit to like protecting yourself from pain?
Speaking of God, Speaking of God, I had a thought where it's just sort of like, okay, is keeping the painting going like avoiding grief? But it's sort of like destroying the painting is sort of like God being pissed off that humans killed his son Jesus or whatever and throwing a
Oh
fucking
my
fit
God.
about it and like and dooming all of humanity
And
to
calling a flood.
and calling a flood and
Calling a
dooming
flood.
all of humanity to eternal damnation forever because of something that he himself could have fucking prevented. And I kind of think that Verso is sort of like Yahweh in this instance and could have just fucking and could just pull his shit together.
But here's the thing: this Verso is not a painter. Like that's like he doesn't have that power.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't have that power, but he has the power to kill everybody, and he wields that just fine.
He has the power to release
No, he doesn't
the
have
little
the
boy.
Yeah, he doesn't have the power to kill everyone. He has the power to save, because he's on Renoir's side. And also, after all this, it's fairly evident that Renoir is not necessarily a big evil mustache twirling. I'm trying
No,
to
he's
kill
just
the
kind
world
of a
villain.
frustrated dad or a sad dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
because
sad
he's
dad.
trying to save his wife from grief. He's trying to actually let his son move on. He's also trying to save his daughter, who is also trapped in this painting, and picking the Mael ending also forcibly makes his daughter die also. And
There's
Verso's
a-
on his side. He's like, I want
Yeah.
that. I want
It's just-
I want my
it's
whole
ultimately
family
it's-
to move on.
Ultimately, it's like, okay, Verso doesn't want this life. Everyone else does. Everyone else does
not
want it,
everyone else
including
understands
Mael.
what the life is. Well, that's also a thing of again, it's mirrored of the fact that the mother is so struck by grief that she keeps him alive, and Mael
Yeah.
is also so struck by grief that she refuses to leave. And Verso's like, you need to leave so that everyone can move on and we can
You know,
live.
solipsism
you-
is a really is a pretty agreed upon dog shit philosophy.
I want to. No, you go. You finish.
And this whole everyone else's reality is not real except my own nonsense is also kind of what I think this hinges on a little bit, is that Mael is the
that
only
the
real
out
little
of painting
girl.
world matters?
And
Yeah,
only
yeah,
the
yeah.
outer painting world matters, and everybody's lives don't matter. And the thing is that I get that is what the point of the game is. I get that is what the metaphor of the game is. Blah blah blah.
Oh no, the
Except
game
that
made it very clear
the game
that
made
was
it
the point.
super clear to me that was the correct choice. But the game also went through great lengths to prove to me that these people are real, and so in that logic, that Verso's reality does not overshadow anyone else's reality. It does not negate anyone else's legitimacy to life, and their reality doesn't become less real just because one of their lives existed outside this painting and the others don't. And so that's where I'm at.
No, that's
There's. Oh,
go
sorry.
on,
go
you
ahead.
go. No, you
No.
go. You had something to say for a second.
There's just getting on the going back to what you were saying, Robin, about Renoir. I think he's one of the most compelling characters
Yeah.
per screen time. Real Renoir is one of the most compelling characters
Yeah.
of this story. And I was when I was trying to find this line, this Reddit thread also had people just talking about their favorite lines, and there's an exchange between Mael and Renoir where she says, "You treat me as if I'm still 5," and he says, "I treat you as if the shadow from the worst day of our lives is coming to suffocate you and take you from us too," which is good.
That's a
It's good.
hard ass line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of the exponential ripple effect of all of this is if they lose Mael to the same thing is going to happen. You know what I mean? Like the mother's going to be stricken with grief. Like maybe the mother comes back into this painting. I don't like it's
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's a world kind of like, I know that Mael is fixing this world, but it's kind of a world of suffering is the world that we're introduced to at the start is like.
Well, it's a world of suffering we're introduced to because of the brokenness of the paintress. It is not necessarily that, because we do get glimpses of what young Verso made it to be, because this is like young Verso's world, and like that's kind of why there's so much focus on cute little fucking outfits and little freaky little guys and like little villages and stuff like that, like with like weird cultures and traditions and stuff. Like this is the world of a little boy's imagination, you know, strewn across the walls of his room in the manor. Like this is his imagination at play.
There's an interesting detail of like also in the Mael ending, and like we don't really know how much quote unquote time has passed between the ending fight and then the theater ending we see, but there's an interesting detail is when we're panning into the theater, the outside is still fucked up in the way of like the fracture of the world. It still has those like split apart bits with like the thing, and I don't know if what they're trying to say here is that, like, is she not able to, like, fully repair the world and rebuild it? Because I remember there's, like, a line in the third act where Lune tells Verso that, like, oh, Mael is going to paint me the broader world to explore outside of this. And it's like, I don't know if that's... Do I believe that? Is that possible? Can she do that? I don't know. I'm actually,
Probably.
this conversation has made me more sure that it's the wrong choice, unfortunately.
I you know what fucking sucks? I've swung with you there.
Yeah.
It's deeply challenging. Also, if you go onto if
you swung
Google what the
deeper
endings
into
are,
the side you already agreed with, or you swung the other way?
the other way. I'm going to Verso.
I thought you already
swinging
thought Verso was the right choice.
No, I picked Mael.
No, we picked.
Well, I
we
know
both
you
picked
picked
Mael.
Mael, but you started this conversation pretty convinced
No,
that Verso was the right
Dillin,
choice.
You started this conversation so hot that we had to play defense on the other
I know.
team. Yeah,
Right.
Which is,
but ultimately,
we
at the
don't-
start of this conversation, I was Mael is the choice I would make every time. But
we
now,
both
as we
agreed
move
with
on,
you,
I'm
but
like,
you came in too hot, and now we've argued for Verso so much that we're like, wait a minute, we're making a lot of good points here.
And I think that you're blinded. I think that you're
And you're
blinded
right.
by this, and that, like, you know, I just can't see how, with two ultimately bad choices, how the one that kills everyone is at all the right choice. Like, I can't see
it's
how there's any realm in which like you can recognize that both of these choices suck in their own very unique and tortured ways, but how can the one that destroys an entire world
because what
be
you
the
have to
right
do
one?
is, okay, so these aren't real people, and I don't mean that in a like in-game universe they're not real people. I mean like they're story characters for us to experience. And the thing is that it's not really a choice between killing everyone. I mean, killing everyone is part of it, but if you save everyone, they are then all trapped in a cycle of grief, or in a cycle of not acceptance. They're refusing to touch grief at all. It, like, even though it is like oh well, I don't want to kill everyone, the alternative is eternally keeping them in stasis, which is also not like, that's also not what we wanted. And it's
I think
like
that's an interesting thing. So you think that grief is a necessary part of all existence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
deeply.
I do think I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't
like, it's just
necessarily
part of
disagree,
life.
but like
I don't like it, but it's like it is necessary to being human or being alive. I think is
I guess
we do need to grieve things.
I guess it's easier for me to imagine a life without grief than it is to imagine a non-existence. And so to imagine like the like a world without grief feels more attainable than a world where we've destroyed everybody.
I don't think
I
there's
guess.
You
Sorry.
go. No, you go.
It's like I think about, like, to get micro with it in the world, I think about Gustav as a character, right? Like, I'm Gustav. I sacrifice myself, essentially protecting Mael. I die. Next thing I know, I'm alive, and also the woman that I also grieved and said goodbye to is alive, and now I'm. How do you like if we're gonna give these people full lives? I'm like, what kind of therapy is Gustav in a year from now? As he's like,
why are you going to therapy? Your wife's alive. Your wife's alive, and you're alive, and you get to have a baby.
but are we? Are we alive?
Yeah, but that's the question though. It's like, are we actually? CL had this whole thing where, you know, she was like, I have grieved my husband and I'm over it. Like, it hurts and sucks, and he'll always live with me and he's a part of me, but I have grieved that part of my life. Next thing I know, and then she's ready to move on. She's ready to move on, experience new love, experience new life. And then she finds out that there's a chance he's coming back, and she cuts off all new relationships. Yeah. And then it's like, and then he comes back and it's like, oh, but we had grown and moved past this, and now it's like, is this the same person? It's a cloning thing. It's like, are you really the same you that you were
But you know
before?
what? He shouldn't have died in the first place. That is the
his
fix
fault.
to a broken system. No, I'm not saying he shouldn't have died like it was his fault.
No,
I'm saying that the system was broken to
the system
died.
was real life. If you believe these people are real, you believe they can die.
But
that's part of being alive.
Didn't he die?
He didn't disappear. He died. That's part of it.
Wasn't he gommaged, or am I misremembering that?
Truly, that is. Oh no, I don't think he was.
I might be misremembering that.
I can't remember how her husband
I also
died.
don't believe that matters. He will die, and you will have to grieve him. If he comes back post-death, that's the question. Is like, is that even like, because Mael is putting people in a cycle of not dying. Like,
okay,
a world without grief is a world without. A world without grief is a world without without feeling a major emotion that we feel. It is what is human is grief. It's missing someone, because it makes it's okay. It is. It's a big part of it. It sucks to lose. It sucks to lose someone or something. It's horrific. We don't want it to exist, but it does, and that is what being human is.
Because that's part of our reality, and that's what we have to deal with, of course, obviously. But if it's
there
not...
isn't an alternative.
If it's
we
not...
want there to be. That's the point of being
What if it's
alive,
just
is that we
not?
so desperately want there to be an alternative. So we create vampires and we create immortality. We create these stories about living forever because we so desperately don't want to have that. But a part about love is that it does end. But it's not even that it ends. It just shifts form. If someone dies, you have to grieve them because of love. That's the point.
I think that love can exist without its ending. I think that love, and I think that like humanity can persist without the necessitation of its demise. I think that like that is the reality that we know. We've been presented with a fictional reality where it doesn't have to exist, and we've instead decided that we should kill them all.
I gotta disagree with you here. A fictional reality built on 70 years of collective grief of people dying over and over and over again, and I just don't understand how we could pick up at that and be like, Oh, actually, there's no more grief. Actually, that like whole thing that like a lot of us have built our understanding of reality and humanity and connection and
Sure.
love on, we're now gonna just like exist in a world where like there are not consequences because our friend God Mael will always step in and save us.
And it's also, very importantly, Mael is the only one that cares about her. She only cares about her own grief. She brings back Ciel's husband. She brings back Gustav and Sophie. She keeps Verso there. But then it's like, surely Sophie's like, oh, well, I watched my parents garbage. Can we bring them back? Because I grieve them and I'm sad about that. And then Mael might be like, okay. And then the parents are like, oh, but my brothers and my best friend, they also died and I grieve them. Is Mael going to be like, okay. And then eventually brings every single person and everything that has ever died back? That's nothing. That's not real. That is the most hollow, soulless life to live. That's so crazy.
I don't know. I think that people matter when they're here and not just in their absence. And I think that, like,
I have never. That's a crazy straw man you're giving me there.
That's a twist.
I didn't say that even remotely.
I think, okay, so like, I don't think that people's death is necessary for them to matter to you after. Like that's a.
I have never
like
even touched on saying that.
But okay, but the premise is that like it somehow means something more for people to
if
die.
if nothing could die, something would be like, I'm ready to. Like you
sure.
Like and then you go, someone's gonna grieve you. Because you're gone.
This is just like The Good Place.
It's just like The Good Place. But that's the thing, is that Mael.
And you know what, Dillin?
We are also extrapolating that. We are also extrapolating.
The Good Place is pro Verso's ending.
No, not at all, because no one is killed without their fucking consent in The Good Place.
It's about moving on.
But
that's what it is.
Kills
it's moving
anybody without their consent in The Good Place. That's kind of the entire point, is that everyone is given their
actually
opportunity
a small
to leave
moment
on their
in
own.
this ending. It's a small moment in this ending because it's about moving on. You either trap everyone in eternal life and stasis, or you try to move on with grief.
We're using the word trap for people who do not want to be killed. Like, you're not, like, these are people who actively do not want to die. And
we don't know this. No.
There's another thing I want to posit here, is that, like, in the moment that we make this decision, I do believe that the only humans alive in this painting are Ciel, Lune, Mael, and Verso. Like, I think that everyone else is gone. Like, I think because of Renoir's Gommage at the start of Act 3. And so
yeah, probably.
There's a world where you can see this choice as, like, it's bring all of these people back to life.
Maybe.
Or end this painting. Like, and like it's still like you lose Ciel, Lune, and like the Gestrels obviously are all still alive, and like
right.
And the burly mountain folk that I can't remember what they're called.
Right. Yeah.
The ones that where you find Minoko, they're like the kind of teddy bear shaped guys.
Oh, sure. Are they not also Gestrels?
No, they've got their own. They're their own thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm. Wow, I have fully talked myself into. If I played again, I would choose Verso.
This is actually crazy, and you know
what, Dillin? I'm going to give you this credit. This is why challenging ideas are good, actually, because. We were both very pro Mael, and then you challenged it, and we're like, no, this is
And you two have cuddled up with each other in your genocidal rage.
Rage,
crazy.
Oh, and you're putting little boys in the torment nexus, okay?
I'm putting one little boy in the torment nexus. One
and
singular
hey, listen,
little boy in the torment
one
nexus,
child?
and he was already there.
I'd kidnap
What's
1,000
one child
children
for a world without grief?
Hey, and the thing is that the trolley problem was presented to me. I didn't fucking make it.
I also don't think
me.
it's without grief. I think it's without dying. I do think they're two different things. Because I believe if they're full and real people, that there is a point where Lune and CL will start grieving the fact they can't die. Because it's still a part of you that's missing. It's like, eventually
Maybe,
you get so bored that it's like, I want to go, and Mael will just be like, no, I don't want you to.
No.
That bums me out. That bums me out for real.
Maybe, but that's also something that is not that's something that we're kind of maybe extrapolating on it. It doesn't.
That is extrapolating. Yeah.
Like,
we're in full extrapolation territory.
Yeah.
I think at this.
Yeah,
I
think
mean,
so.
Even down to like the trapped is basically text. I think the cycle continuing, that is text that says that it's happening. But a lot.
I think
of
her
what we've
losing
argued
herself
is,
at
I
the
think
end.
Mael
there is,
being trapped in the
Yeah.
cycle is text. I think
Yeah.
anybody else being trapped is kind of like it seems like they did not want to die. So I kind of feel like
I think the thing is that they wanted a third option because they are us.
oh, we all
They
wanted
wanted
a
a
third
third
option.
option.
I wanted a third
And that's
option.
everyone wanted a
Everybody
third
wanted
option.
a third option.
That's one of the that's the message of the game though. Is
But
like,
we were not given
damn,
a
doesn't
third
shit
option.
fucking suck?
Damn,
Yeah.
doesn't life keep forcing cruel choices? Am I
That's
right,
it
fellas?
does.
Yeah, am I right, fellas? Hell yeah, brother.
I got
now-
a question. Well, you go.
Yeah,
first.
no, you got a question.
No, my question is about the end of the episode. It's yours is more important.
Oh, okay. My one major critique of this game that I have to say is that
yeah.
you bring Noko back
Oh, yes.
in Act 3
You're right.
as a side quest.
Yep.
You as like the resolution of Minoko's dialogue options in
Ugh.
camp. Minoko says how sad he is that he hasn't reconnected with Noko, and you as Verso are like, oh, well, let's stop by the Gestro village to see him. You bring Minoko there, you enter the dialogue option with Minoko, and it says, Noko is back, but has no memories of his former self, and Minoko cries. And that is the final dialogue option for Minoko
So
and Noko.
You don't have
get
any more
that is
dialogue with
deeply
him after that, period.
That is deeply sad.
Yeah,
That is
the point.
that is why Monoko is okay with Verso's ending.
Yeah.
Because bringing people back, it's like it's not they're not the same. Like they're not the same. They're not going to remember you. They're all painted and fake, and it's
But that's not
upsetting.
how it works in the rest of the game. That's what happens to
I mean, the
Noko.
only
But
the
that's
only
not
other
what
time it happens.
to anybody else. Like we watch, what's her name's husband come back. They seem fine. Like it doesn't like it, and we get.
Well, we
Well,
don't know though because
we
we don't
see them for a
speak to them.
glimpse.
We
Yeah.
we see them all for a glimpse.
Sorry, we get Lune and CL back, and they are back as their
They
complete
didn't
selves.
die.
They
They
got
They did.
never.
They got
gommaged.
gommaged.
They got
Oh,
gommaged.
they did. That's
They
true.
come
They
back
did
and
get
they
gommaged.
are their
That's true.
full
Actually,
self.
that's true.
Lune and CL do get brought
I'll
back.
relent on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree that that's a point, but I also feel like Monoko and Eskie, their acceptance feels more like acceptance than agreeance. It feels like they see him make this choice, it can't be undone, and they're choosing to forgive him over it. Whereas Lune is choosing to be fucking pissed off.
I don't
Like-
believe either of them are in Mael's ending, are they?
Uh,
SK or
when-
Monoko?
No, only in Verso's ending. When he kills the world. I'm saying that they don't seem to be
But I'm now thinking like, why aren't they there? And I'm wondering if it's an active choice that the pair of them aren't in the ending.
Right. I'm trying to remember if they're in the theater.
Yeah,
gonna
that's
pull
what
it
I'm
up.
thinking.
is he's taking tickets at the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sure,
they're
sure,
at the
sure, sure.
front. They're
Yep.
at the front.
Yeah, they're
That's
taking
true.
tickets.
They're just bouncers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
This
Oh,
is very
God.
exciting. This is the most heated I've gotten about a Dorkspawn episode since we covered Veilguard. So,
Is that
Yeah.
true?
yeah,
I
Yeah,
kind of
it is,
figured
yeah.
this is what they were always like.
This is actually also the first time we've hard argued in an episode of Dorkspawn, which I think is fun.
yeah, probably. Yeah,
Except for maybe Sebastian Vale. but
Sebastian
that's-
Vale,
But that's more of a lighthearted.
that's more
we're
lighthearted.
goofing
This is
around
more-
and-
yeah.
Yeah, this is discussing philosophy. Yeah.
There's also a crazy thing. I'm sorry, I'm rewatching my L's ending because I wanted to see this, and it starts in color, which I forgot, and then it
And then
becomes black and
fades.
white
Yeah.
when Verso comes out on stage.
Yes. Yeah.
So you get like kind of a bright happiness with like Gustav and Sophie and Lune,
And then the cracks.
Jam, and then as soon as Verso shows up, it's black and white for the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
a
Dylan, you had a
fascinating game
question.
about grief.
So I have a question. So Elliot, I don't know if you know this. Every time that we end an episode of Dorkspawn, we like to pick a quote from the game that we're playing to sign off with.
Which one is this?
And I'm
like, what are we picking?
I'm curious what our thoughts are on our sign-off quote for Expedition 33.
I feel like it has
It's
to be the expedition, right?
I was going to
for
say
those
the
who
hard
come
choices.
after.
For those who
who
come
come after is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, the hard choices is good, but I think a more uplifting end is for those who come after.
For those who come after is really good.
Yeah. Also, I do want to say this. This is just very brief. I've just typed in Expedition 33 favorite quote, and someone said CL's quote of "Death is a friend who will welcome me home." I think that's very. If we're talking about like being trapped in like and not want and like them being like they don't want to die, it's like I understand not wanting to die, but maybe not wanting to ever die, not wanting to die right now. And anyway. Yeah. So are we doing for those who come after? Also, I just want to briefly say, if people are like, I listened this far because I was never going to play this game anyway, watch both of the endings on YouTube.
Watch both the endings.
And then look at the comments. People are at war.
People at war.
People are like,
I'm at war.
Full ass
I'm at
discussing. War. Yeah, we've been at war for the last hour. We know.
You know what's funny? I thought that was going to be the whole episode. I didn't realize we were going to get to relive the game too, but I'm overjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured that we should structure this at least a little bit like a normal Dorkspawn.
I have more thoughts. I have more. I could argue. I have because the vampire thing is sticking with me, but I don't want to get into it. It's going to be so much more. We should end the episode. Catch me in the Discord after this.
Screaming. Okay. Oh yeah. Yes. People are at war. Yeah. That's basically the only point I had left. Elliot, are there any other closing notes?
God, just one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
An absolutely stunning game about grief.
And I will never open it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then I will be putting the little boy back in the Torment Nexus.
Yeah.
By experiencing this story again.
Experiencing it again. Dillin,
no,
any closing thoughts?
Really a joy.
Petanque didn't deserve to die. Petanque just wanted to be left alone. And specifically Elliot Davis is a monster.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
Robin, any closing thoughts?
No, not really. I just think it's just one of the most stunning games and stories about grief and art, and it's fully 3 different stories kind of wrapped into one long game, because Act 1, 2, and 3 are so beautifully vastly not 3 different stories, but it's it is a full trilogy. I could imagine a world where game 1 is Act 1, game 2 is Act 2, game 3 is Act 3.
I'll tell you what, though, I think if I played these as separate games, by the time I got to the reveal of the painting, I might feel bad about game 1. If I had spent a 60 to 80 hour game,
sure,
in the reality of Act 1, then the reveal at the end of Act 2 might have pissed me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
It might have felt cheap.
Yeah, I understand it. But yeah, do we want to
Cheers,
1, 2,
gang.
3 for those who come after?
Yep.
Cheers.
Clink.
For those who come after.
Wow, we really fucked that up.
No, it's fine. It'll work in
disagree.
post.